Have y'all seen his Instagram lately? He's aged about 500 years. I don't know why. My husband said he probably dyes his beard, and the dye in your beard just don't last that long, so it's just come out. Like the dye in his beard is just faded out, but he's looking like he needs to get some sleep. Adam's Instagram is interesting. Like the other day, he pointed out that he was gay for some reason. Like, okay, all right, I don't then, but sure. Make sure to point things out and to like show you how much he loves America. Like, guys, I love America. So if you love America, you should love me. Comes off very much like that. And then yesterday he was posting just like picture after picture of him and his boyfriends. You know, they're all hugging up on each other. Sometimes they look like they're about to kiss one another. Him and Demon Jones are, feeling good together. Okay. Don't look like he's about to drop. Just in time, too. Don't look like he's about to kiss him. Why are you posting the ones while y'all are like making a heart with your bodies? Right. Well, today for you guys, I'm going to review some more about music. It's not his country album. Not yet. I think I'm going to build up to that one because I'm definitely going to do a review of Walking Through Hell for sure. But I think I'm going to do that one later on. Today we're going to talk about him and Shaka's diss song on Upchurch. At least that's the rumors online, is that it's a diss song on Upchurch. I feel like any of their songs could be a diss track on anybody, really, because like in every single song Adam has, he's literally just wanting to like fight and kill people all the time. So it's like he could be talking about literally anybody he knows. He could be talking about a random reaction channel on the internet. He's like got a problem. And Shaka, I don't understand. He'll probably be in the comments of this video. He comments on my channel too, like, aren't you supposed to be
like these people take so much time out of their day to comment on reactor channels? Like you're just never gonna find the power like of Creek Squad. I feel like, and I feel like it is a cult, like, but I don't feel like there's been that many bad cults. I feel like it's always when the government doesn't have control when the cults become a problem. But it seems to be similar deal. Mainstream hates that Creek Squad's loyal.
some big rapper guy? Like, aren't you supposed to be some kind of something? Why are you worried about like a tiny little YouTube channel and what I think about you? I mean, you want to know, don't watch my video. But to be honest, your voice is annoying to me. You sound like a parody, like a South Park parody of us. So your voice is annoying to me. And there's some.
It sounds so weird with this headphone in. Let me fix this audio. See if I can do that. Okay, we are back. My dogs have been let out. Let's see what Ashley's got to think. How you doing, Wisco? I'm gonna watch your video next.
Glasses look stupid. You look like an idiot all the time. And you're always standing on chairs. And it's like, you're like one of those 8-year-old kids, you know, one of your cousin's kids that ain't really well behaved. It's always standing on top of stuff. You know, nobody taught them the whole shape of the seat. Made for your butt, not for your feet. I mean, you act really like a child. It's time to grow up. Like you're trying to have a big boy career, an adult career. I know you're young, but like at some point you do need to look in the mirror and question your choices. Okay, like this song. You should have questioned this choice. This is not a good song. And somebody said that y'all just freestyled it or just came up with it and immediately recorded it. And it's like, maybe you should have thought about it for a minute. This is the song, when they were recording this song is when they took that picture, you know, where they made Broadnax spread his legs apart so he wouldn't look taller than Adam and Adam could still be in the middle. That picture. It's when this whole gathering happened. And I'm sure you guys are not going to be shocked to find there's a lot of gay stuff in this song too. So I guess let's get into it. Song starts off, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's Adam. It's Adam talking. I see grown men get little. All right. This country, that fiddle. Which fiddle? Which fiddle? There's no antecedent. So I have no idea which fiddle you're referring to. It doesn't go with any of the song. He doesn't say anything later. I think he just thought fiddle rhymed with little and tried to stick it in there.
I only listened to the first part just so I could get the first clip of him talking shit. So gladly it was in the first 30 seconds just so I could clip it together with Church showing that he doesn't do anything that he says he's going to do.
B, you get hit with that missile. See, this is another thing. Why, like, in country songs, if somebody's going to get killed, you know, there's a story of why. Like, Goodbye, Earl. Y'all remember that song? Earl beat the crap out of her so her and her friend killed him. Like, there's got to be a reason. You're just, like, always wanting to kill somebody for no reason. It's weird. Okay, now it's Shaka talking. In Shaka, I gotta say his lyrics were at least better than Adam's. Adam's literally make no sense at all. But Shaka's lyrics, I mean, at least they are attempting to say something, you know. I got my carry on me. Okay, so Adam says the missile, and then Shaka says, I got my carry on me. You get hit with that pistol. So he is also shooting this random person for no reason. They never say why they're shooting him. When they lion on your name, they tend to always speak in riddles. Okay, so this is why y'all are going to shoot somebody, is because they were lying on your name. Well, if they're speaking in riddles, you can't really understand what they're saying, right? So how do you know if they're lying on you if you cannot understand the words that are coming out of their mouth? For example, Shaka, if you're watching this and you don't know what an antecedent is, you could have thought that was a lie about you because you don't know what an antecedent is. How you let them screw with your view of him. Ain't met him yet. And he's like pointing at Adam when he does this. The whole video, they're just doing like this the whole time. Shooting and they're each other and like just doing their hands like this. You see how cringy it is when I do it? That's how it looks when they do it too. The difference is I know it.
That is actually pretty much my only dance move is to wave my arms like an inflatable tube man. I had some ladies show me at the Cardinal game how to dance before when I was dancing when I was drunk. They were like, yeah, you probably should just not ever do that again. Just dance like this. And they said, just move a little bit with your legs. Don't do anything else. I was like, okay.
Like I could threaten my daughter with like going out and doing like this in front of her school. If I was just like say she's waiting too long to get to the car, I could just start doing like this. And then she would come running so that she could disappear so that nobody else would see me do that. That's what they look like the whole video. But he's pointing at Adam when he says, how you let them screw with your view of him, ain't met him yet. So this is something that they were saying a lot, like, how do you have an opinion of him if you've never met him? What? Don't you have an opinion of me? Have you ever met me? No, you haven't. No, you haven't. That's ridiculous. He's a public persona. That's why people have opinions on him. Okay, his music is trash, and he's kind of a trash person, and everybody's just, catching on to that, so that's why. All right, then he says, moving around your countryside armed like a veteran. Well, whoever you're talking to, I would suggest that they move around armed, because both of you talk about wanting to murder them for saying mean words on the internet. So, yeah. I'm armed like a veteran when I walk around too. Adam, that chopper get to rockin'. Knock an effing wall down. Grown man talking ish. Knock you and your dog down. So one, he rhymed knock with knocking, down with down. So that's not good. Number two, none of that makes sense. And I listened, and this is not me taking off the transcript. I actually listened to the song and tried to get the words right. Okay, this is.
We appreciate your time listening to that. That sounds miserable and it sounds terrible. Why are they talk about hidden dogs, bro? That's not cool.
Me actually putting an effort to try to get the words right. It just doesn't make sense. The chopper get to rockin', knock a wall down. Grown man talking crap, knock you and your dog down. So like you're gonna shoot up his house with a helicopter? Is a chopper some kind of gun? I don't know. Yeah, they say I'm from the city, but I'm from a small town. We say you're from the city because you said you were from the city. You're the one that says you're from Chicago. Now, I've had a bunch of people in my comments and in other people's comments say they have never heard of you in Chicago. So maybe you are from like a suburb, like a small town outside of Chicago. But you're the one who says you're from Chicago. You're the one that talks about like doing rap battles and being a bad good guy, whatever that means. Also, did y'all know he went to jail for like literally fighting cops? I did not know that. I did not know he went to jail because he punched a cop in the face. Well, he like when he went to prison.
I live in Chicago, and yeah, when I like researched where he lived, it is not in Chicago. He is on the suburbs. But if you live here or from here, people always claim to be from Chicago when they're from the suburbs. Like, but unless you pay Cook County, aka Cook County taxes, you ain't from here. I live so close to the border of Indiana, thank God, to sneak over there and pay cheaper prices. But I do live in Cook County.
He was already on probation, and then he punched a cop like this, or elbowed him in the face or whatever, while he was on probation for some other crazy stuff he was doing. All right, say I'm from the city, but I'm from a small town. Walk around like Diddy with your effing drawers down. Okay, he says with your drawers down. I think that's what he's trying to say, but he's not from here, so he don't know how to say drawers. So he says draws, like DRAWLS, draws.
Like a
And YouTube transcripts agrees that that's what it sounds like he says, because YouTube transcript says he says jaws. So maybe they got their jaws down. But when you're talking about walking around like Diddy, like, it seems kind of a projection. You know, y'all are the one at this little house doing this little house party with all dudes. Ain't that what Diddy did?
Quit. Yo. No.
Yesterday he was posting just like it just doesn't make sense.
What's the apology?
You know, being a bad good guy, whatever that means. Also, did y'all know he went to jail for like literally fighting cops? This, or elbowed him in the face or whatever, while he was on probation for some other crazy stuff he was doing. All right, say I'm from the city, but I'm from a small town. Walk around like Diddy with your effing drawers down. Okay, he says with your drawers down. I think that's what he's trying to say, but maybe they got their jaws down. But when you're talking about walking around like Diddy, like, it seems kind of a projection. You know, y'all are the one at this little house doing this little house party.
We got there. Fucking Adam, Broadneck. Is that guy that T2? Just in time back here. Who is this? I don't even know these people. Like, I wouldn't know them unless it was for church. It's like, this is just terrible. Like, there's just not country in here. Like, these people might have been born in the country or from the country, but there's just not country in here at all. This is just a bunch of fake people trying to get money. It's pretty, yeah. I mean, there's just no words for, like, I appreciate reactors, like I said, watching these things and listening to these things so that I can just watch their content and never have to view that bullshit and give them any sort of clicks, likes, scrolls, plays, any of that. I had just in time on my Facebook. I was like, hide that ASAP.
With all dudes. Ain't that what Diddy did? Wasn't it the all dude parties? It's like one of the bigger parts of what everybody's shocked about with this whole Diddy stuff, because all these guys had all these songs where they were talking about being hard and killing other people, but really they were secretly gay. Sound familiar? Walk around like Diddy with your drawers down, and then Shaka jumps in. Yeah, y'all be catching dicks. Okay, that's gay. You're talking to a dude. Y'all be catching penises. Okay. He said it. This is projection. Okay, it's just because they're always thinking about penises and butt sex for some reason. Okay, then he says, I'll be catching cats and small mouths. So fish, he's catching catfish and smallmouth bass. Hey, call this ish the way it is. I hope you're feeling small now. Because you caught fish? Why would he be feeling small? These words, one, most of them don't really rhyme. And two, you're just like literally saying random stuff. Like your next line. Lame ass barking at the net. Like there's a fish in it. The advice I have for you is to mind your own business. That doesn't really rhyme. Barking at the net like there's a fish in it. What net are they barking at? Like, are you actually talking to your dog? Because if you're talking to the person that was talking crap, so they're your dog and they're what's the net? None of this. I mean, if you guys know the interpretation, you can let me know in the comments. I am somebody who can tell an interpretation of a song. Okay, and it just doesn't make sense. Adam comes in, callus on my hand, like I'm laying brick and stone. Got babies at the crib, so I gotta make it.
1 minute, chat. It's 10 o'clock. Take our seizure meds. Fun day. Fun fact, I am epileptic somehow. Right when I turned 29, I had my first seizure. So, yeah, no, I mean, when I was 29, when I turned 29, when I was 29, almost before I turned 30 was my first seizure. So, who knows what it's from? The doctors don't. They think a lot of all the concussions I had as a kid, but I was also an extreme drug addict in my 20s. So, I put a lot of things in my body that who the hell knows what it was, you know? So, all I got was a little epilepsy from all the stuff I've been through. I'm cool with that.
At home. Okay, that's fine. He's got calluses on his hands from working hard. He's got babies at the crib, so he needs to make it home. But then he says 45, 38, 9 to your dome. Like, you just said you got to make it home to your babies, but now you want to shoot them again. You're a coward MFer. You got yellow in your soul. I mean, Adam, I really think Adam was talking to church when this was going on because they had their big beef. So if he's talking to church, I think maybe he's right. He does have yellow in his soul, like, you know, light or gold. Those who've been watching my videos catch that reference.
I need to go back and catch up.
All you got to do is say the word, I'm trained to go. Shaka, them boys lying out they mouths saying rhymes through they nose. That is hilarious, Shaka. Literally, I don't even think you can talk without talking through your nose. I don't even literally think that's possible for you to do. I think you're putting on a fake voice, honestly. I think you're exaggerating your accent on purpose. And that's why it sounds so stupid. Okay, this is the best line in the song. It says, Shaka slide up to the north like the Nile River flows. Okay, so at least there is a actual rhyme scheme. I like the reference to knowing that the Nile flows north. That's cool. Other than that, everything else in the song is trash. He says, down south.
Look, a little bit of props were given if they can do something. I mean, you can't hate that. I just personally just can't listen to them. But I do love the pencil with the eraser. I've had this combo since like middle school. I feel like I need to bring that back. Some nostalgia right here for me.
And in East 10, which I think is the way he says East Tennessee, no, I stand on 10 toes. I mean, like a ballerina? Like you stand on your toes like a ballerina? Been standing for the ones that got no voice to speak with. Where are they? If you're one of the people who thinks Shaka speaks for you, can you please let me know in the comments if you think he gives you a voice? Because I just have not seen that from anybody personally. And then Adam says, weak shit leave you leaking. Call the preacher. Weak-ish, leave you leaking? Call the preacher. Now, some of my comments have suggested that the preacher is Church himself because he's been referred to as the preacher in a couple songs. I think specifically in a song with Adam on Hooligan, the one where he did a feature for Adam. I think the Church is called the preacher in that song. But the weak shit leave you leaking thing, like leave what leaking? Like leave poo leaking? Like out of their buttholes?
That's fucking gross.
Weak-ish, leave you leaking? You're leaking poo? That's gay. That is gay. Why is there always gay stuff? I don't understand why you're always talking about stuff in people's butts and stuff. I really don't get it. And poo, there's always lines about poo in Adam's songs. Ugh. And it's always soft or weak poo too. You remember that line in his other song about weak is baby poo? Good gracious. You think that it's a game while you're standing on the bleachers. Upchurch is not standing on the bleachers. Okay, Upchurch owns the stadium of this lane. He ain't on the bleachers. This, that, click, clack, get back, dealing with a creature, something like a monster.
Gucci.
And then Shaka jumps in and says, I'm the Grim Reaper. And then Adam says, that's my boy Shaka. You know, just to point him out because none of us know who this guy is. I certainly had no clue who he was until like literally a month ago. And then Shaka says, I'm the meat cleaver. What meat are you trying to cleave? That's what we're all trying to figure out because it sounds gay. You're talking about Diddy and people's pants down and leaking poo. And you said something about having your penis out, I think, or somebody having a penis out. Or oh, no, you talked about people wanting to catch penises. It's like
A lot of penis jokes.
y'all talk about penises and butts a lot for dude.
They probably were the head of the Pin 15 Club.
It's like a lot. Like if you were my friend, I would think you probably were gay and scared to say it. That's my boy Shaka on the meat cleaver, right? And then Shaka says, that boy don't want to start, so I'm going to make him breathe either. All right. Then Adam says, it's that white boy-ish. Not the leave it to Beaver. Leave that crap alone. Adam's doing that white boy stuff, not the leave it to Beaver. So is he saying like Church is too clean, like Upchurch is too leave it to Beaver? He wants to party and stuff. Well, go party. Like Upchurch don't want to party with you. Leave that crap alone. Son don't want to come undone. I'm a son of a gun looking at a one-on-one. You can't be looking at a one-on-one. It's impossible because there's somebody else with you in the song. So it's at least 2-on-1 to whoever you're talking to. And then Shaka says, in the soup, like wonton. Riding on these wontons. He means wontons. You know, like diesel gang, diesel gang, diesel gang. My husband says wontons are all diesels. I don't know. I don't know nothing about cars. I got people back at home need me when I'm not around. And sometimes the main act is the biggest dang clown. Are you talking about church? Or yourself? It would make more sense if you're talking about yourself, but except for you're not a main act. So maybe you're talking about And Adam is for sure a clown. He's 100% a clown. Did y'all hear what Katie Noel's producer said? He said that he Googled Adam and it called him a comedian. And he says he thinks it called him a comedian because he's such a
Yeah, that whole
joke.
interview it's crazy, and it's crazy that like it wasn't like made so public. Like it's crazy that he says that, and then you have people like Adam being like, if I really knew what happened, I would say something different. Like, bro, her manager literally tells you what happened, and you're like, nah, I'm gonna believe Katie. Like, it's insane. Gucci, enough.
Yeah. Eesh. Shaka continues. Square body sliding down, bumping with surround sound. When I'm headed back to East Tennessee, I'll lay these boys down. See, gay stuff all in their music. I'll lay these boys down. You know, you're gonna lay your boys down, right? I don't understand. You ain't never lived half the crap you're speaking on. Only time you are up is off them drugs you've been tweaking on. And there's your confirmation that it's about Up Church. Because they've been trying to push this narrative that he's on drugs. Y'all, real people know people who are on drugs. That's why we can look at y'all and think what we think when we look at y'all. And we can look at Up Church and know he's not on drugs. Because we all know people who have at one time been on drugs. My mom was an addict. I know exactly what drugs look like. You cannot, just because you don't understand him, doesn't mean he's talking crazy. It just means you're not smart enough to understand what he's saying. Or you are not intelligent enough. You are ignorant of what he is saying. And so it doesn't make sense to you. Use a dictionary. Learn some new words. Unfortunately, learning all the big words mainly teaches you that people who use a bunch of big words don't really know what they're talking about. But you can't really prove that unless you learn the big words. So, anyways, well, I hope y'all enjoyed that disaster. Another friggin' gay love song. Are they all gay love songs? Are they really? Why are we talking about butts and penises and laying down with boys in every song? I don't understand. It really like is weird looking. It's weird looking, in my opinion. I think the next one we're gonna try to do is gonna be a Tom McDonald one. I think we're gonna do this house. What do you guys want to see? Bye, guys.
I would like to see a Tom McDonald one for sure. I gotta see what Ashley's next video is. She's freaking hilarious. The content is glorious. Let's see what we got next. Coming out of Wisco. I think I can get through this video. Give me 1 second, chat. I am going to look at something for my girlfriend real quick. All right, we're back. Exactly what I thought we had, and oh, why is this not on the screen?
She thought he was the Archangel Michael or what?
Got 2 months ago, showed up here.
Tell him new to streaming
and I read
shit.
for the 150. He's like, I'm gonna drop off some artwork for church. And he thought the guards were just going to open the gate, and they were like, "You don't have an appointment here." He's like, "I just talked to the church. He said open the gate, and I can bring it." And my guards were like, didn't say that. And he's like, "Well, can I just drop it off?" And they're like, "Let's look at it first." They look at it. They unload this whole crate. At the very bottom of the crate is a for sale sign. This is for sale, $75,000. And the guards are like, "Hey, no, we're packing your shit back up and you're taking your artwork with you." Why? Because the guy was, I guess, trying to drop it off. And since it has a price tag on it, he could then leave and be like, "Oh, I stole my painting." They're letting me crate of fucking artwork back up. They're letting me crates from the Christmas store.
People are fucking crazy, bro. People are fucking crazy.
With a fucking lamp leg. So I loaded it up and so the guy like, "Yeah, get out of here." So then the guy's like, "By the way, this ain't my truck, just so you know." Okay, whatever. What does that have to do with it? Then he continues to tell the guards how we should have took the paintings because now the timeline of history is fucked up. And now since I didn't take these weird paintings, he claims the next Revolutionary War is going to be my fault because I didn't take his paintings. Like,
Fucking. There's a difference between critical thinking and insanity. That's the best way I can put this shit, man. Like, unfortunately, I think that's some of what Church brings upon himself when he does various different things. I mean, on top of the fact that he's a celebrity, so there's obviously that aspect that brings some kooky ass shit his way too. But I feel like everybody can take his stuff differently. Especially the critical thinking, the looking into ancient Egyptians and Romans in Tennessee and all these various things, right? Well, I think when you look into stuff like that, when you really speak hypothetically, when you really don't necessarily accept the mainstream view on things, you also attract this other extreme end of those things, which isn't just thinking critically. Now, it's like, oh, there's this whole, I'm a messenger of God, and I'm going to, okay, nut job, go back to the insane asylum now. Like, fucking Christ, man. There's a healthy amount of skepticism, and then there's insanity.
Huge facts right there. Huge fucking facts, dude.
what the fuck do you say to that? Like, get the fuck out of the driveway. Or last week when this dude came here and he told the guards, he was like, "I'm here to accept a job." The guards were like, "What job? We didn't fucking ask to interview you." He's like, "No, for a church." And they're like, "No." They're like, "The 50th person, no, there's no goddamn job here for you. Go away. Then the guy continues to be like, well, come on, please give me a job. I'm now left my wife and kid for this.
You did what now?
You did what? The fuck is wrong with you? Last example.
For real?
Oh, did you forget these are just examples? This isn't even what we're talking about. I'm just giving you the examples of weird, bizarre shit that happens to us. So 4 days ago, some guy pulls up in a Ford Ranger. He gets
What a
out
fucking
and starts
Ranger.
dancing. It's like 1 in the morning.
You're
Starts
mad?
dancing.
Wow.
That's it. He just started dancing. The guard's like, what are you doing? He's like, I feel good. And I'm supposed to be here. Is that church here? The guard was like, no. Get the fuck out of here. I wanted to give you some examples because before we start, just know there's no shortage of like
Crazy people.
what the fuck scenario is happening, right? So yeah, to a sense, it's become normal. And that's why when I be talking or saying something, people's like, you're just paranoid. Paranoid. You think I get paranoid? That is fucking adorable. No. Shut the fuck up. If elephants started falling from the fucking sky, I'd be like, well, you know how unpredictable the weather is. And then I'd go on about my day and not give a shit. That's how unfazed I am by stuff now. And that's the thing. This isn't just stuff that's like fucking hearsay. Like, it's this shit that has like 4 different angles of body cam footage at 4K, 60 frames per second, the whole 9 yards. So if you ever see me making a video like this, talking to you guys, it's nice, but don't waste your time writing me a big Harry Potter book about how I shouldn't have anxiety and yada, 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 yada.
All these people writing Harry Potter books. I love how he references that because that's a pretty decent description on paragraphs and paragraphs of shit. Like, bro, you don't need to write me a fucking book.
Yeah.
You're wasting your time. If I'm on here talking about something serious and like laying it out for you like I am right now, it's because I want your opinion. I want to know what you think because to me, it's interesting. And I'm just go ahead and lay it out there because this is actually kind of strange. What is up with these Adam Calhouns, Jelly Rolls, Broadnaxes? Why? Y'all's decision making is just fucking out there. It really is. What is y'all's fucking motive with me, dude? I don't understand. Because what they're doing is not normal. Like, look around. Over the past 3 years, these motherfuckers have all done like similar shit. And actually, it kind of lines up with the shit that the people are doing that are like hopping the gate and stuff. Like the lady with the Bible and all these people. Like Adam Calhoun coming to the house too. And went, bro, dude, old friend. What? And then give you a little bit more detail of that night of things that just like stuck out where I was like, kind of clueless. He sits down and he's like, I'm here to check on you. I'm like, wow. He's like, because you're acting a little crazy on the internet. I'm like, okay, give me an example. He continues to not give me an example. Then he pulls his phone out. And there's this music video they showed me something. It's the one where he's like doing a donut in gravel. Or somebody's doing a donut on the floor.
I will be right back, chat. I'm going to end this stream and start it back up here shortly. I just need to take care of my dog. Apparently, she wants